I'm used to it. I'm awake. I slept. I went to bed at 1 and I woke up at 7:30. I was an hour late. I was half an hour late. Almost an hour late. I got to work at 7:50, so I was about an hour late. And I worked from 7 to 4:30, which I made up for my lost hour. So I got my 8 hours. Long time and you ain't got none. Do a winkster, do pop none. To do a winkster, do never run. Do the dealership, but you ain't cop none. Do the long time and you ain't done none. I'd be snoozing till next week. I like a bunch of hours of sleep. I'm soft. We can't be all hard and chiseled. I'm not. Dude, you have no idea. Like, I was nearly dying 3 times, like 2-3 times throughout that stream. I mean, I'm just used to it. This is just what I do on the daily. Like, if I were not to be streaming at all, I probably would just be laying in bed playing games all night every day. I do that anyway. I've done that for long periods. And even if I don't play games and I just stream and play games for that and get off at my usual time, I'd still be up. I stay up late every night. And then I go to work. I'm on average, I go to bed at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. every night. And then I wake up at about 5:45 every night, and then I work from 7 to 3:30 every day. Mm-hmm. I do it every day. And trust me, I am not running off my base energy. If you think I'm running off my base energy, you're wrong. However, this is my second Red Bull of the day. I didn't chug it. I bought 4 and I drank 1 Red Bull throughout 8 hours. This is my second Red Bull within 8 hours. So is today another mega stream? No, it's not going to be a mega stream. I can't do that on the weekdays like this. Yesterday's and the Saturdays and Sunday stream was not planned. I just lost track of time. Because before it became crazy, it was like, oh no, it's 7 or whatever time I started. And then it was like, oh no, it's 10 o'clock. Oh no, it's midnight. And then before I knew it, it was 30 hours. I just lost track of time. That happens all the time, dude. Like, I try to stream from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. every day on the weekdays, but I end up going until about 12, 1 a.m. or maybe like 11, and then I go to bed at like 1 or 2 every night. And then weekends, I usually want to stream all day, like, you know, whenever I wake up and then stream all day, just because I don't care. I just want to play games, damn it. I just don't care. If I ever grow, fine. If I don't ever grow, fine. But today was just planning to be a few hours. I wasn't planning on going too long. And if I lose track of time and stay up until 5 a.m., fine. Which is most likely going to happen one of these days. I'm going to stay up until like 1, 2 a.m. streaming again. That's just because people don't let me go or I forget. Because, like, if I have people in my Discord, it's harder for me to say I'm getting off. Because I don't want to upset anybody. Like I said, I care about what you guys want. If you guys prefer me to stay up, I'll do it. I can care less I can care less about myself. I never have. I only stream this much just because I enjoy doing it for you guys. If you guys don't like it, I'll stop. Well, I'm impressed. After 9 hours, I'm usually pretty smoked. It depends on the day, honestly. Some days are better than others. But I'm used to it, dude. I've been staying up late since I was a teenager or earlier. I've been staying up this late every day for many years. And I prefer to I think everyone loves it. They appreciate it. Thank you. And I only stream for you guys, and this is just my personal game time and my escape from reality. But if you guys prefer me not to stream long, I won't, because I don't care. I just stream whenever, or I play games for as long as I want to. I don't really like that people keep coming back to me and telling me that I stream too long. Like, okay, do you play games on your own for 8+ hours on end? Then why does it matter? Why, like, I can still support and stream as long as I like. I'm just saying it's just annoying that I've been getting this from multiple people. And I'm not saying you, I'm just saying in general that people have told me this. And it's just like, guys, it's none of your business. I can support, but I can stream anytime I want. I'm going to stream whenever the heck I want. I am not good at this stuff. I can't have a set schedule, because I'll burn myself out. The only way I'll burn myself out on streams is if I try to schedule a weekly event where I'm trying to stream multiple games throughout the week. No. That burned me out. The same thing, I'm going to be there gaming anyways, might as well pop up a stream. Indeed. That's how I feel about people joining my voice chats, like my guy Mercer and Supply, and it's like, you guys, you realize you can just have my chat up too and be part of my chat without actively talking. It gives me the support as well as, your mods. Some of them are mods. They can sit there and watch my channel, but yet no one wants to seem to do so. And yet I go in everyone else's chats. They have active chatters. They have their mods daily, and here I am struggling, even with 600 follows, to try to get some of my regulars daily. And every time I mention this, it just feels like everybody just gives me issues. Nobody wants to sit there and be like, I understand. Fine, I'll sit there and be that. But no, it's always gives me shit for it. Whenever I ask for something, I get shit for it. But yet I never ask for a damn thing. I'm just tired of it. That's all. And it's not you or anyone specifically. There are people that have done it, and I'll throw my life too. I'm just tired of asking, or I'm just tired of asking people to do something for me when nobody wants to. Set schedules are tough. Yeah, and it burnt me the fuck out. Here's the thing. I am in the mood. If I'm in the mood for something, I can only play that, which is why I've only been doing Elden Ring and or Pokemon prior to Elden Ring. That's just and that's why when that's why when Mercer and Supply were asking me, "Do you want to play Dead Rising? Do you want to play Bloodborne? Do you want to play this?" It's like, guys, stop. You can only do it on the weekend because I want to focus on what I need to focus on, because I'm a variety streamer and I want to play the games that I want to play. You guys are making it hard for me because you're going to make me want to play these games. I'm already in the moment where I either halfway a good portion, like at least 2 or 3 times throughout Elden Ring streams last night, I was getting bored. There was a couple bosses that were just boring me, and I was losing the feeling of wanting to play it. And then people want me to play Dead Rising, people want me to play Dark Souls or Bloodborne, and it's just like, damn it, guys, you're getting me into other things. Like, this is why I can't do this. This is why my game requests have been on a hiatus for a while, and that's also why it's been taking me years to even get through them. It's because I don't really want to be playing a lot of these games that people requested. And like, ever. But I do that for people to see me branch out. Because guaranteed, I would never play games like Five Nights at Freddy's or any of the shit that I've touched. Because like, whenever I see a game case or the game's name, if it doesn't hook me, I'm never touching it. So, like, it doesn't have to be it can be a game that isn't a shooter, but just the title alone will make me think it's a shooter and immediately immediately I won't even look at the back of the case. I'll just see, oh, the name. Okay, it must be a shooter. Goodbye. I have a hard time playing games because half the time when I just look at the case and I just like, Like, I have Mass Effect because I bought it off a friend of mine. Just the name of that alone just does not appeal to me. The character on the cover and all that, and also it's EA. Ugh. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. That's why I never got into Fallout or any of those kind of games. It's because the name doesn't intrigue me. The game just seems like the game sounds like it'd be a shooter, but it's not. It's an RPG. But then I watched people play it, and it's just like, this is fun? It's not my thing. Like, games like there's a lot of games that I will never branch out to on my own. You gotta give your daughter a quick bet. All right. Take your time, my friend. Take your time. But that's why I have game requests. It's just so people can see me play games. But I went from not wanting to play God of War to enjoying God of War to a degree. I mean, God of War 1 and 2 were rough. I didn't really care for those as much as I do 3 and the new one. But I would never have touched God of War at all because I'm not, as much as I do like Devil May Cry, I'm not a fan of God of War. I wasn't when I first played it. The PSP version was boring as fuck. I don't know. It's just hard for me. I'm very bad at branching out. I usually like to stick with what I'm comfortable with. The problem is it's a comfort zone, and I hate branching out of that. Which is why I'm lazy and never, like, look for a job when I should be sometimes, or if I'm, I never have a second job, just because I don't want to have to go work at one spot and then work at a entirely different job. Because it's not something I want to stick with what I'm comfortable with. Like right now, it's going to be hard if I don't get a similar warehouse job, just because I'm already doing that. I don't want to be doing anything else. But that's exactly how I am with gaming. And again, thank you, Care Bear 05 or 05011998. Thank you for the follow. As well as Amish AJ2X. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, Amish AJ. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, everybody, for all the love and raids and shit from yesterday. I appreciate y'all. Hope everyone's having a good day, though, other than that. Pa. Booty. Put it at 5, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know how loud all this is gonna be. I can barely tell. Yeah, it seems alright, I think. I'm not sure, but... Great, I'm starting to feel exhausted now. Damn it, too far down. Woof. Didn't think so. Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm doing good.
That's good.
Minecraft.
Nice.
See my house?
I did see your pictures, yes.
So, um, I hung out in Cashmere's chat today.
Oh, nice. What is up, Beagle?
Hey, Beagle.
That's good. Cash is an amazing guy. I was hanging out with him and Grisha yesterday. After I ended my 30-hour stream, I raided out Grisha, and he was chatting with Kashmir, and he was doing an area that I just got to, the volcano, some volcanic area, and he was doing another, so he was helping him out. So I was chatting with him last night.
You neglected to tell me that Cashmere was a fellow stoner.
Am I supposed to? Like, how am I gonna bring that up in conversation just randomly? Hey, Kashmir smokes, by the way. I'm like,
Well, no, hold on. The perfect time would have been if we were talking about it.
yeah. Well, I mean, if he was on topic, maybe. But even then, I'm not gonna just be like, oh, by the way, Kashmir smokes.
I was just saying.
No, I
"Hey,
know.
cool."
No, my point is how am I gonna just come out with that? I'm not gonna just be like, hey, by the way, this guy smokes. Unless like
Oh.
unless I shout him out. Like when I shout out people, I'll be like, check out this guy. He plays this and this, and he also smokes. But like, I'm not gonna just. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know how I can just come out and be like, oh, by the way, Mercer, Kashmir smokes. I mean, I don't know why that matters anyway. I don't know. He's a chill guy because of it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I really don't know him personally, and I don't know how he is off of it. Like, you know, like actually off of it. Not a day without it. I mean, like actively off of it. Like living. Not being a stoner. I don't know how different he is when he's not stoned for like where it's out of his system and he doesn't have it for like years at a time. Like, I don't know if I'm any different because I've been smoking on and off since I was 14, 15 years old. I have not stopped. I mean, I've had a couple of quit attempts and one was about 6 months. I really don't know if I'm any different. But yeah, no, like that, like I wouldn't mind saying it, but it's also not my business. But like, if I shout out somebody, I'll be like, "Yeah, go check out this guy. If you're into this game and this guy chills, he's a smoker."
And also into doing da da da.
Yeah, I'll be like, "Yeah, he's into. He does this. He does this. He does that. He's a 420 friendly streamer. That kind of thing."
Huh.
He's more than 420 friendly. He actually smokes. So that's why I don't like when people say 420 friendly. That's like what? You're okay with people who smoke weed? Because that's not 420 friendly to me doesn't mean you smoke. It just means you're okay with it.
Yeah, it's just like being LGBTQ friendly doesn't mean you're actually part of the LGBTQ.
Yes. Exactly. So like here's the thing though, when I go to other people that says they're 420 friendly, they actively smoke. So I don't know why that's a thing. I don't know why you have to be like, "Oh, I stream. By the way, I smoke and I'm 420 friendly." Like honestly, I don't get why that matters. I'm tobacco friendly. Since it can cause issues if they live in a state where it's like me, Twitch. Pot is illegal in PA.
It's illegal in New York.
I can care less. Twitch can ban me all they want. I'll come back. And I'll stream for 0 people all day, every day. Twitch, I smoke weed. No, I don't. I really gotta be careful. Otherwise, my parents will ban me. From Twitch. No. They'll come on Twitch and literally be like, goodbye. Just delete my channel. No, my dad would probably yell at me and then realize, oh, you're an adult. I can't stop you. But I can kick you out of my house. Which he won't do because he knows my dad will not kick me out of the house because he knows I don't know how to live on my own. Anyway, how you doing, random?
But then there's I'm not saying your dad is this kind of parent, but then there's this parent that just doesn't fucking care.
Yeah, no, my parents do care. They'll bitch at me, and my dad will. If eventually my dad will get to the point where it's like, fuck you, you're just wasting your time, and all you care about is just smoking weed, and you're lazy. Then he would eventually kick me out. But other than that, my dad knows I can't. He's not gonna. He doesn't want to be the one that be like, oh well, I know he doesn't know what he's really doing, or he doesn't have his own place. I'm not gonna be the one that's gonna have him sleep in his car. My parents are too nice, fortunately. And I say unfortunately because it sheltered me. Like, my mom's the kind of guy. My mom's the kind of guy. Yes, I said it. My mom's the kind of lady who gives in to like peer pressure. So like my dog will just look cute and she'll be like, here's your here's a bone. Or I'll be like, Mom, can I get this console? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like a 10-year-old me, can I get this console? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I grew up with SNES, Genesis, all that. By the time I was growing up, I had the SNES, Genesis, and all that. By the time I was like able to really play games and have any recollection of it. But yeah, like,
Yeah.
and then I got an Xbox 360 and a Wii in the same year. I remember back when GameCube came out, my mom wouldn't even get me that. But yet then she bought me a Wii and an Xbox the same year. I'm a spoiled little bitch. That's where my name comes from. My nickname comes from being a spoiled little bitch. No, it's not at all. Not at all. Not at all. My nickname actually comes from several different sources, and one of them is my actual initials. LB, or BL. And my birth year, and the movie Half Baked. My mom's the kind of guy. Yeah, my mom is the kind of guy. My dad is a very nice lady. I mean, you can be what you want.
Yeah. Be whatever you want.
You can be what you want.
You can be what you want, whatever you want.
You're doing well enough, suppose, just trucking along. Well, I'm glad you're doing well yourself, Beagle. And Random. Let me shout you out there, guys. Or Random. I have not shouted out yet. There we go. Oh, Dragon Ball Fighters. I haven't played that game in, like, years. Too bad that game's not good. Because it's a fighting game. Too bad Dragon Ball Z is limited to shitty fighting games. And, like, 4 good Dragon Ball games. Legacy of Goku 1 through 3, which I'm just going to count as one franchise. So that's 1. There's Boo's Fury, which is, there's Attack of the Saiyans, which is another RPG. So that's 2. Dragon Ball Fusions. And the Dragon Ball RPG card game.
So is Xenoverse?
It's a,
like a fighter RPG?
No, it's a fighting RPG.
Yeah, a fighter RPG.
Yeah. No, it's more fighting than RPG, but it has level ups. It's more. It's more fighting. Legacy of Kakarot or Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Nah, the game is good. It's better than Xenoverse, but it wasn't good enough to hold my attention past Cell. Like, I'm on Boo. Like, I want to go back to it, but unfortunately, its fighting is limiting it horrendously. They shouldn't have labeled it as an action RPG. Legacy of Kakarot? Not that.
Legacy labeled it a,
Random. The game is called Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. You mean the Legacy of Goku? I stated those. Legacy of Goku 1 through 3. They're one game, though. I'm counting that as one game, though. So, Legacy of Goku, Attack of the Saiyans, Dragon Ball Fusions, those kind of things. Sorry, no, that's my bad. When you said Legacy of Kakarot, I'm like, what game are we talking about here? I know that's his real name, but the game is called Legacy of Goku, and then there's Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Nah, I'm not gonna ignore you. I'm just very confused because you're stating Goku's official name, but which also is very confusing because then there's Dragon Ball Kakarot. Which is literally what I was hoping it'd be. Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku, but on a console, and unfortunately it is not. Nah, it's all good. It's the same thing. I just was confusing 2 different game titles.
Was there a reason why for the name change for Goku? From his actual name Kakarot to Goku?
Oh, you mean no. You mean from Goku to Kakarot? Retcon. They turned Goku into a Saiyan. He was never a alien prior. His name was never Kakarot until Raditz appeared. Same thing with Piccolo. Piccolo was never a Namekian. King Piccolo was just that. A ruler. He was just a king or whatever. They called him the Demon King. He was just that. Again, they changed it. I don't even consider these retcons because they didn't change anything. They just brought in more information. It's not like they went from, oh no, Goku's human, to, oh no, Goku's actually a Saiyan now. No. The only times they really retcon shit is when they add in, like, Broly into the mix, or, like, other things. Like, they changed up, like, I don't know, I can't really think right now, because there's a lot of information that, Boo! Majin Boo's backstory. Originally, Boo was created by a guy named Bibbidi, Kami and them are always aliens, yes, but that's it. Yeah, but that's it. Goku is an alien. That doesn't mean he was ever stated to be a Saiyan. He was stated to be human. Kami and Piccolo were just aliens, or they didn't even state that they were aliens, actually. Not until Z.
When was Mr. Popo introduced?
Dragon Ball. They don't give information on him.
What,
in terms of his race.
Oh, really?
He's just a genie. That's what I call him.
He's just a genie.
I mean, he looks like he's straight up from Aladdin.
I like the Mr. Popo from...
He's based off of Aladdin, or at least he's got that Arabic era, like, art, like, style. That's why I call him a genie. He's got the pointed shoes, you know, he's got the vest, he's got the pants. He's basically dressed like, Will Smith from Aladdin. Mr. Popo, yep. So much so, the only time Mr. Popo had a change was when 4Kids Animation decided to change him blue. Because 4Kids is the dubbing company that did Pokemon. So they don't want any fucking blackface nonsense. They don't want any of the relation to, you know, the afterlife or heaven or hell. So they took out the halo and all that shit. They also, and I mean, the original dubbing changed up hell to Heffel. But that's different. But then again, they have then again, on TV, they don't say it. But if you buy the explicit version, they scream Satan. Even in that, they have it say hell, but in the American online, on like dubbed TV, you'll see it's all edited. So they changed it up. So they don't say Satan, they say Hercule instead. Hercule, whose name is Mark. That's a retcon. Because it was established for many years his name is Hercule Satan, and then he goes and says, oh no, his name is actually Mark. Yeah, it's just because Akira probably did not think... Here's the thing, a lot of Akira's, Toriyama's retcons are laziness. It's all laziness. Go look at... The fact that they removed the tails off Saiyans is because he got tired of drawing it. The reason why Goku went Super Saiyan is because he wanted to show Goku got a power boost, and so he didn't have to color his hair black anymore. Mark, they also made it so they literally go into... Goku's hair never changed, and he went into Z later on and changed and gave you a reason to why Goku's and Vegeta's hair never grew. Is because they're Saiyans, and their hair never changes the day they were born. That's not a retcon. That's just never been explained. But that's just that's his way of saying, hey, I'm lazy, but I'm just gonna throw this fucking shit in there. But yeah, a lot of these are out of interviews that I've read. So Hercule Satan's official name is Mark. He went to a restaurant, I think that was called Satan something. He got into a fight with some dude, proclaimed that he was never gonna fight again, hence the stomach aches that he says that he has every fight. And he took on the name Satan. Either that's the name of his master who trained him in martial arts, or it was the name of the restaurant he got his ass beat and nearly killed in. Because, again, Hercule Satan is based off of a wrestler who talks nothing but shit and gets his ass hit.
Is Yamcha a human?
Yes. Everyone's human except for, like, Piccolo and Gohan, Gohan and all of them, like Vegeta. Well, Gohan's half, but, like, yes. Yamcha, Krillin, Tien, all of them are human.
Freaking Bulma, like, it was like, before she was dating him, and it's like, I wonder what alien dick looks like. And then she got with Vegeta.
Dude, she'll hit on anything that...
She realized she prefers it.
Yeah, she'll hit on anything that looks decent. Like, she was all over the character Zarbon, who's the gorgeous guy with, like, the green skin. Lolly posted a picture of him as a girl in my Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. That's Zarbon as a female. Zarbon technically doesn't have a gender.
So so he's gender fluid.
Yes.
Or gender neutral.
Yeah, him and Frieza, Piccolo, they're genderless. They reproduce essentially. But
doesn't Zarbon turn into a giant fucking alligator?
Yeah, fat alligator thing. Yeah, kinda. Something like that.
Yeah.
Kinda like that, yeah. It's an ugly, weird crocodile alligator thing, yeah. His snout and mouth comes out a bit. He gets fat, a little stronger. It was enough to pulverize Vegeta for one round until he recovered and came back and blew the fuck out of him. It was Zarbon's fault. Zarbon's fault. He didn't. He took him out without Frieza's
Zarbon
consent.
got cocky.
Yes, he did. Well, he was going out there to catch Vegeta, but instead of actively, you know, questioning him, he knocked him out without Frieza's consent. And then he recovered, and he puts one of Frieza's weakest henchmen in guard of him. Good job. Not that Zarbon would have mattered anyway, because Vegeta literally blew the fuck out of him that fight. After he recovered. So, like, even if Zarbon was there watching him, he would have lost. But, like, yeah, he literally gave one of Frieza's weakest henchmen you know, just the job to guard him. Dude, this guy could have been... These weak henchmen are weaker than Yamcha.
Oh,
Yamcha's the weakest Z fighter besides Chaozu. And no one ever mentions Chaozu because he's kind of just non-existent past Dragon Ball. He's there, but he doesn't fight much. Past, like, he fights in the Vegeta Nappa fight, if you want to count him blowing himself up as a fight. Sadly, literally, Chaozu has, like, no battles throughout the entire series. He has one major fight. I know he dies several times, but he had one major fight, and I think that was against Krillin. And he cheated.
How did he cheat?
Well, okay, his fight with Goku, Tien's fight with Goku. Chaozu didn't technically cheat against Krillin, he was just using telepathy, and he has the ability to, like, halt you. Like, he can, not stop time, but he has the ability to just paralyze you. That's not really cheating, but what he did against Goku when Tien was fighting him, he was using his abilities on Goku to prevent him from moving, which is not only illegal, not really illegal, but it's against their rules, because it's an outside interference. So yes, he was cheating there. The way Krillin beat him, though, is, man, I thought I was bad at math. Oof. Chaozu is horrible at math. Yeah, Krillin beat him with math. He'd be like 5 plus this or whatever, and he'd be like, stalling, trying to count, and then he just punched the shit out of him. And it's basic math. He'd be like 5 plus 5, or I forgot what numbers it was, but it wasn't 5 plus 5. But it'd be like 9 times this, and he'd be like, that's me. But like, yeah, that's what fucked him over. He lost because of math. I don't know why. I don't remember exactly why that came about. Like, Krillin realized that he was bad at maths, and then he used it to his advantage. Because Krillin's actually a brilliant fighter. I thought that was funny. But yeah, no, if you...
I don't know why T4-Star had to do the freaking Krillin getting owned thing.
That's because Krillin's actively in every battle, or near every battle, but then gets wrecked. But they blow it out of proportion. Like, all those scenes, most of them are canon. Where Krillin gets knocked back by, like, say, Nappa, Vegeta, Gohan, or even Piccolo, or Goku, or
Raditz.
Cell, Raditz. Yeah. All that's canon. The only one I can think of off the top of my head is Popo smacking him off of the lookout. Like, Raditz smacking Krillin through the house with his tail. Raditz bitch smacking Krillin through his house. Through Kame House? Canon. Krillin getting beat by Nappa? Canon. Krillin getting beat by Vegeta? Canon. All that. Like, a lot of that. Krillin getting murdered by Frieza? Canon. Krillin getting absorbed by Boo? Canon. Like, even though the TFS didn't go that far. But, like, yeah, a lot of that's all canon. The only one I can think of off the top of my head is Popo smacking him off. I mean, there's a scene where he does that to Vegeta, too, actually.
Where he smacks Vegeta off?
Yes, because Vegeta canonically blew up the Lookout's hyperbolic time chamber twice. And then Popo is just not impressed. And he... But yeah.
It smacks Vegeta off. How strong is Popo?
There was a moment where Goten and Trunks go Super Saiyan and try to fight him, and he blocked literally all of their attacks, but it's more... I don't know if that's more treated as comedic effect, but there was a moment where he was supposed to be helping Goten and Trunks get into the time chamber when Boo was on a rampage, and they just woke up, and they didn't know who Popo was, so they tried to fight him off, and he was able to literally stop their attacks entirely. Like, not one of his blows got through. They kicked him once, but they caught him off guard. So like, he was, I don't know, he's weaker than Kami, which means he's weaker than Piccolo. But yet he was able to go and block Goten and Trunks' attacks. I get it, that's how you tell it's comedy. Because there's no way in hell Popo can handle Krillin, Yamcha, and them, much less a Super Saiyan. Yes, Popo is not strong. Canonically, he's not. Because he's even states it, that he's weaker than his master. And Kami, by himself, without Piccolo, is weaker than Goku and Vegeta at that time. Which Goku was around 8,000 power level. Which is where the over 9,000 comes from. And yes, it's actively 8,000, not 9. The anime, Funimation messed up when they read out the line. It's meant to be, it's over 8,000. He's not 9,000. That was just a joke.
And then Vegeta crushes his
Scouter. Yeah, same thing. Same thing. It's still it's called Scouter, but it's still scanning. It's scanning your power level, so you can call it a scanner.
Oh.
I mean, either or, it's the same thing.
What's the average human's power level?
Master Roshi's is like 100 something. Krillin's at the time when Raditz came in was 139, putting him at the highest for all human beings. The average for non-fighting human beings like Bulma would be a power level of 5. 5.
Oh.
Like Raditz's first encounter with anyone was the farmer with the shotgun. The very first episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
he comes in, he sees a farmer, scans him, 5. It says 5. Humans that don't have any martial arts potential and can't use ki, their power level is 5. So Master Roshi is like 100 something, Krillin is like 200, 300 something, depending on which arc you're looking into. But if you're looking into Dragon Ball before Krillin, or Dragon Ball Z before Krillin gets any power boosts, he's at 100 something. I know he gets well over the thousands, or not thousands, that's a little low. I know he's like well in probably like the few hundred thousands. Like Krillin technically at the time is the only person besides Goku that could have killed Frieza. Krillin actually cut Frieza's tail off with his Destructo Disc. His Destructo Disc could have killed both Nappa and Vegeta. His Destructo Disc could have killed Frieza.
Why didn't it?
Frieza dodged it. It cut his tail off.
Oh.
Also, Krillin's an idiot and likes to say things out loud. He would have. That was the first shot that he threw at Frieza, he said it out loud, but he was able to split it into multiple Destructo Discs. And then, like, he threw it at him, and it actually cut his tail off. Meaning, like, even though Frieza heard it and dodged it, it still cut his tail. And then he threw another barrage at him where it split into, like, 50 million, and Frieza dodged the entire thing of it. If he would have just called it, not said anything, he would have killed Frieza right in there, or at least cut him in half. Because Frieza literally cuts himself in half. I don't know if you know how Frieza loses. He tries to throw a Destructo Disc at Goku. The only difference between Krillin's and Frieza's Destructo Disc, the Kienzan Disc, which is what it's actually called, Frieza's is red and he can control it. Meaning he can move it around. And he tries doing this against Goku, and then Goku ends up doing what I would normally do. Run and have the attack the person using it. So what Goku does is he bitch smacks the shit out of Frieza, and yes, I'm not kidding when I say this. He literally bitch smacks Frieza, knocks him down, and then his attack cuts him in half. Because Frieza was cocky. No, he doesn't die. Frieza technically never died by Goku. He died to Trunks. Well, actually, wrong. He does die to Goku, just in the Resurrection F movie. So when Goku beat Frieza, he didn't die. Even with the planet Namek exploding and him being cut in half and taking Goku's attack, because here's the thing: what happened was he got cut in half. Goku's like, "You're done. Your power level is slipping away. I'm out of here. I'm tired." He tries to leave. Frieza retaliates. Actually, Goku gives him some of his energy. Then he retaliates. Goku blasts him away. The planet explodes and Frieza's still alive. Somehow the Destructo Disc cauterized his wounds. Makes sense. It's makes sense. The Kienzan Disc is literally just pure energy, pure chi. So it would make sense that it would cauterize the wounds, because technically Frieza was just a floating upper torso with one arm. So everything from his elbow down on one of his arms, his legs from his stomach down were cut off. So all he was is a literal floating bust with one arm. And he wasn't bleeding out. Like, I know it's Dragon Ball, you're not going to really see a lot of blood, but like,
yeah,
the moment he was cut, it cauterized the wound, which is why Frieza never bled out. Because you do see when he gets first cut, you do see like splats of blood coming out of the parts that were cut off and his mouth, but then that's the end of it. Because otherwise, if he was floating there after getting Goku's energy, he would be leaking. But then again, either the cauterized this wound or Goku's revival of his energy gave him the ability to like shut off that or whatever. Either way, he should have been bleeding out. But yeah, he even survived Planet Namek's explosion. Like, I don't know. Like, Jesus Christ. I don't know how he didn't die. He didn't die until
so they
Trunks.
act like that's why you can't bleed out from a lightsaber wound.
No, yeah, because it's energy. It would cauterize it immediately.
Because of the heat. That's why you getting stabbed, not stabbed, cut with a lightsaber isn't really a big deal. It's getting stabbed with it.
Yeah, no, getting it through you? Oh, yeah.
Because it cuts off the blood flow.
Well, that's why Anakin was never that in dire strain when he lost his legs and arm. This is because it immediately cauterized. Yeah, he should have died. They both him and Obi-Wan should not have been alive. They were in a
should have died a long time ago.
Yeah, they were in a fucking volcano. I'm sorry. The moment Anakin laid down the floor and he was burning. He was near the lava, but not anywhere near it enough. But still, like, he was burning just by sitting near it. They should have been burnt alive the moment they entered that far down. Like, if you were to try to go down to the center of the earth, anywhere near it, but way before you even get anywhere near the crust of the earth, you're dead. There's no way in hell that fight makes sense. The fact that they fought in an active volcano inside of it, right next to lava.
And on a volcano planet.
Yes, because you remember the scene where he gets cut in half and then he starts to burn alive.
Yeah.
Hey, B. No, it shouldn't have. Hey, bro, you'll have to lurk again since the last time you did. I had to restart my stream, but thank you. Hey, anytime. I also don't like that your chat's not appearing in my OBS. It's appearing on my stream page. What the fuck? Thank God I have both pages up. Sorry, I haven't actively started like doing anything. I just been chatting. But yeah, no. Welcome, B. How are you?
I really can't wait for the just chatting stream.
Yeah, it's gonna be this weekend. If I made an announcement already, if you haven't saw it.
Okay.
And it's in my it's in my announcements tab on Discord. You can go check it out. I put at everyone, so everyone should have gotten a notification. I mean,
remember,
here's the thing. If you have it muted, you may not get that notification. Either way, though, there should still be something that tells you that. You'll still see it highlighted either way. But for anyone who does have notifications because even I don't have my own notifications pop up here and there. Like, I'll see other notifications of other Discords, but I rarely ever see mine pop up because I think I have mine muted for as long as I can think of. But either way, just I posted it in my announcements there. I was planning it for the weekend, hopefully saving it for Friday, so that way I can try to go as long as I can and not have to worry about going to bed and making sure I'm up at work in time. So I was hoping to make it Friday and a Saturday thing, or
you
all
were
day.
Still in the when I got up this morning, around like 9.
I got off at like 2, 3, something like that.
Yeah, but you were still in the VC.
Oh, I know. I normally stay in VC because I forget to exit it. It's a pain in the ass because I gotta press start on my controller, move my cursor over to my computer screen, and then click Discord. I kind of just forget. I was in the VC chat like the whole night.
I wonder how many people joined. It was like, hey,
no one.
Hello.
Yeah,
really?
No one. Not that I heard. Because after I got off, I think I quit the call. But during that whole time, after you and Supply left, or after you left, because Supply was in there for a little bit longer, then he got off. No one else joined throughout the entirety of the stream that when you left, or anything. So no. But yeah, no, I've been just enjoying just chatting while I'm eating. That's why I haven't started yet. But regardless of that fact, I always have some of you guys up. Even if I can't actively watch, I have most of you guys up. Like B, I had you up. I had Grizz up last night. I was hanging with him. I had Papa Clutch up. I had Pro Man up. I have several people going currently now. And that's where all my numbers are coming from. The TRG, Twitch raid group.
Cool.
That's where Cashmere's from. That's where Kerbo's from. That's where Grizz is from. That's where I'm from. That's where actually how I found all these guys.
So I streamed a little bit this morning.
What time? Because I was shit. Because
Uh,
I didn't really have a chance to really check because I was late. But I did go on my 10 o'clock break. It's just I woke up late.
yeah,
So I
I was
might.
off at 10 o'clock. I streamed for about an hour, and guess who
Uh,
popped in? Guess who popped in?
Beagle?
Sour Punch
Oh.
and King Kush.
Oh shit. I expected
Yeah.
Beagle just because he gets around. I just don't know what times he
I was
actually
actually,
watches. But...
I was expecting him to.
Yeah, no, because I know Beagle will. He gets around. I know he's a very big supporter. But awesome. No, I know. I know King Kush is trying to get her. Did I hear Beagle? You did, because no. Mercer said he streamed, and he asked me who. He was asking me who popped into his chat, and I assumed it was you because I know you like that. You've been getting around trying to support as many people. But yeah, no, that's a surprise though. Sour Punch, that's cool though.
Yeah, I was streaming Dead Rising 2.
That's amazing. Yes, like Kush is. I'm glad that Kush is getting around with you guys. That's cool. But yeah, Sour Punch. I'm glad that he's starting to connect with my community. That's amazing. Yeah, Sour Punch is an amazing person.
Isn't he affiliate now?
Sour Punch? Oh, he's been affiliate for as long as I've known him.
I meant Kush.
Oh, Kush? Yes, King Kush and Goated Glizzy are affiliates. They've got affiliates shortly thereafter joining my Discord. I don't know if that's
awesome.
I don't know if that's a good timing thing or what, but I was there in both of their streams the day after they got it. So I went into Kush's stream, raided him a couple of times, and then after like 2 or 3 days of that, he got it. And then I raided Goated Glizzy, who told me that that was his first raid. And shortly thereafter, he sent me an email saying he got it himself. So whether or not I actively helped, they got it the day after. So GG on that. Now all that's left is you and Supply and your guy, I believe. Maybe a few more others, but I know you guys were talking in the non-affiliate chat.
Who?
Random, I think it was. And then your guy. I know your boy.
My guy? Raisu?
No, I thought you invited a person into my Discord, didn't you? Because I know, no. Well, I know, what was it? Goated invited a guy, Mitochondria, the guy that has, what's his name? Madara's picture. He's invited from Goated. He's another one that wants to do, I think, streams as well. I know Random the God, and you and Supply.
Oh, yeah! Aaron.
Yeah, there we go. Does he stream at all? I thought you had your guy. I thought there was a guy that you brought in that streams.
Yeah, Lovely Slaughter, but she is already affiliate.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry if I'm saying guy and it's a girl. My apologies. It's gender neutral for me. But yeah, no, I thought you had a friend though that did. I didn't realize that. Cool. Well, either way, I may be confusing that. There's so many people. I don't even remember where they all come from sometimes. But yeah, Sour Punch. I've been trying to catch on and off and like love, like he's been hopping in here and there. So I'm glad that he's getting around to some of you guys. It's amazing because he's got an amazing Discord himself. If you're not part of the Punch Bowl, go check out my Discord, Twitch shoutouts or whatever it's called, the Discord shoutout channel, where you can see all the people's Discords, from Sour Punch to Mercer's to Beagles.
Do you have Cashmere's in there?
Do I have who?
Cashmere's?
Cashmere Kilts. No, I don't, because he runs the TRG and he runs an 18 plus, or he runs his own server where he told me he only wanted people, like he only wanted certain people that are 18 up, or whatever it was. No, that was the TRG. Let me read his message, because I know he said for the Twitch raid group he only wanted people that are 18 plus, which I invited you to directly. He told me I can use it. Cashmere Kilts, I believe, official Discord. His own, I believe, is shouted out. If not, actually, I could be wrong. Let me look, because I know he gave me two Discords, and he told me not to really shout it out directly because he wanted it to not just be open to everybody. Yeah, well, not to open. Yeah, both his. Yeah, both Kashmir's Discord and the TRG are not free solely. I don't have the rights to sit there and just invite everybody, so I didn't put theirs in there. And he told me directly, I believe his actual official Discord was friends or people that he knows, so I didn't straight up. But I did give you the TRG one directly because he told me to only invite people that are above 18 or at least 18 and up. So that's why I didn't put them in there. Otherwise, I would. But I do have them in a direct message from them. So if anyone needs the TRG, that's 18.
I'll talk to him about joining the other one. Not the TRG.
The raid group one?
Yeah, no, I'm already in the raid group one.
Oh, you mean his personal? Yeah, just whenever you talk to him, yeah, just be like, hey, Lil B was talking about, Discord shoutout stuff, and I wanted to join yours or whatever it is. So I try to help when I'm able. Well, I appreciate Beagle. I appreciate it. And same, I bounce around a lot too. But yeah, no, yesterday I was hanging out with Grizz and Kashmir. Kashmir was talking to him on VC, and I was just hanging with him watching him. It was fun. I don't get to catch Grizz out a lot because he's a late night streamer and a dada. Well, he actually was in my chat earlier. He said he has to be right back because he has to wash his kid. Him and his kid are he's taking a bath with his kid, or his kid's taking a bath.
Oh, bath.
Yeah, he told me that he had to set his kid down for the night, and now he's taking care of his daughter. Bath wise, yeah. But I appreciate all the love you guys are giving me. Thank you. And sorry for the stall. I got some food, and you know me. If I'm playing, I let a lot of my food waste. I'm slow eater when I talk. Also, if I eat too fast, my stomach. This is why I don't eat a lot, because my stomach. I'm getting to the point where my body's just, I'm getting older, and all the food that I eat is just affecting me now, and I don't care. I'm not gonna change up my eating habit. If it kills me, it kills me. I'm gonna die anyway. But yeah, I'm just eating some chicken and some macaroni.
I had chicken rice macaroni.
Nice. I have Velveeta macaroni, and
Chelsea cheese.
Yeah, the gold.
Oh,
It's the Velveeta gold cheese, not the white, Well, I like both. I really do like both. I like all three macaroni types. Or all four. Sorry, I like Velveetas with the golden cheese. I like the regular noodles with the golden cheese, but then I also like the white. I
prefer the shells.
Yeah, no. Personally, I prefer the elbow noodles or the straight macaroni noodles or whatever. When it comes to the Kraft macaroni and cheese, and then elbow macaroni for chili. My parents also make ground beef, and then they use elbow macaroni. It's called my grandmother's spaghetti. That's the name that they dubbed it because my grandmother apparently made it. So it's elbow macaroni with ground beef, and that's literally it. And it's one of my favorite pasta meals besides actual spaghetti. The long noodle spaghetti. I really am not a big fan of that after a while because it's just tomatoes, the tomato sauce or tomato paste or whatever it is that they use, because I'm not a big fan of that after a while. I prefer chili, because they also make chili, ground beef with the regular stringy noodles as well as the actual, pasta, tomato pasta, the typical. So, I prefer that. My favorite meals are usually all just pasta, because I love stroganoff, too. Which is another thing.
What do you call cow jackoff?
My parents just make it basic because I'm a basic bitch. It's just ground beef and the curly Q noodles, the corkscrew noodles.
Oh, you didn't hear my joke.
Nope, I did not.
What do you call a cow jacking off?
I don't know.
Beef stroganoff. That's one of my favorite dad jokes.
I was busy explaining what foods I like. I didn't hear that. All I heard was what kind of stroganoff is what I thought I heard. Electrifying bitch. Ow! Ow! Different. That is different. That's a buff. I'm dead. No, I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. Ah!
Yeah, there've been a couple of times when I'm playing a Souls game and I thought I survived it, and that turns out I'm dead.
Ah, Souls in a nutshell. Oh, trust me, the amount of times I've died to thinking I'm dead, you'll be surprised. Oh no, I died. Oh wait, I'm alive. The moment I say, oh, I'm dead, is when I get hit. I'll be like, oh no, I'm dead, and then I survive, I stand up, and then he hits me. So the moment I scream, oh no, I was alive, I'm already dead. Because, like, half the time, like, I'll survive with 1 HP, but then it just won't look like it. I rolled again, you whore! You Onyx whore! Fucking Onyx Knight! Get out of here. Oh, God! I thought I could hit him before he did that. Dude's throwing black holes at me. Ah, shot. You electrifying bitch! Stop that! Quit throwing purple meteors at me. You're not Sephiroth. You can't throw meteors at me, bitch! You ain't Sephiroth. First off, you don't take like 20 minutes to do the damn attack. 3, it's not a freaking overpowered... Or not overpowered, it's not even that strong. It's not an over-fucking-hyped attack. I love you, Sephiroth, but you are way too overhyped as a fucking villain, I swear to God. Oh, I swear to God, I really do not want to see that fucking move, or any of the summons in 7 that are fucking, like, ridiculously fucking goddamn long. Knights of the Round is like a 5-minute summon. Much less, like, Sephiroth's attack as well. It's like fucking few minutes long. It's ridiculous! 7 is one of the few that has, like, ridiculous amount of animations for their shit. And then 8 tried to do something new with it where you can actually boost the power of your fucking summons and attacks, which for the longest time I didn't even realize was a thing, even though I have seen 8 as a kid. It's just, it was so drowned out in my mind because 9 and 10 were such a big pivotal game for me that 8 and 7 kind of just fell into the wayside. So I completely forgot that I actively have seen Final Fantasy VIII as a child, too. The only reason why I knew this is because when I watched the video for the opening, I recognized it. I recognized what's-his-face as well. I forgot his name now. The guy that... Squall's old, like, partner, I guess. He's not really his partner. He's the guy that was fighting Squall at the beginning. The guy with the other gunblade. Fucker. I know him more from Kingdom Hearts, but I recognized him. I also recognized his 2 friends, the guy and the girl, immediately. Not only that, though, I'm used to them from Kingdom Hearts. Fujin and Rai. He tries to serve under what's-her-face. And all of this whole time, his 2 friends, Fujin and Raijin, are like, dude, I just want to be friends with you, but you're a fucking dick. It's kind of what happened, actually. They're serving his command because they're his friend, and they love this dude. And then they like, fight you, and whatnot. You realize they're not really bad guys, but they're following Cypher because he's their friend. And they're like, dude, but we love you, dude, you're our friend. And they're like, can you stop doing this? We just want to be and hang out with you. That's literally, I'm just like, damn! After all this shit, your friends still want to be with you. That's friendship. Because this guy caused a lot of issues. Like, he was with the main villain, he was going around harming people, and just being a total cunt. Fucking Cypher, I hate that guy. Well, well. A dungeon that led me somewhere else. That guy was, easy. Onyx Lord was easy. Ooh, where are we? Lost Grace found. Divine Tower of West Atlas Gate. Or Altus, not Atlas. This ain't Borderlands. Atlas. Now I just want to quote Marcus's stupid lines from Borderlands. If it doesn't kill with 1 shot, then it ain't a Jacobs, or whatever it was. I
Isn't
love.
Marcus Russian?
I don't know. I also like his line in the second one when you first meet him and he shoots the dude. He's like, "I want a refund." Rule number 1: no refunds, and he shoots the dude. I'm like, fucking Marcus, don't change. Don't change. That and he's like the announcer for the game. Like he'll tell you the story of the game and then all the DLCs. I remember he's talking to his girl, his daughter, and she's like, he's like, "You're adopted." I'm like, what the fuck? I love Marcus.
Marcus is a piece of shit.
He is, but I love that man. I mean, the real piece of shit is Jack.
Oh yeah. Well, he wasn't always that way.
No, he wasn't, but pre-sequel. I've played it enough to know his backstory to a degree. I know he's an asshole, or he wasn't always an asshole, but he was still an asshole. But no, yeah, no, he definitely got fucked over in the pre-sequel pretty badly. But I haven't played the whole thing, so I don't know his full extent. All I know is I'm glad that you have the option to kill him yourself and let Lilith kill him. I did both, but I know Reaper doesn't really care for Roland, but Roland was my first character, and I just really love Roland as a character. I think he's my favorite one. Just seeing him die in 2 is really just sad. But then again, I'm a pansy, and I get sad over anything. But when him and Bloodwing died against Jack, I was like, well, Bloodwing died against you. But when he forced you to kill him and he killed Jack at the end, Jack, fucking Roland at the end, I was so mad, so fucking mad. And here's the thing, I don't care about Mordecai, the sniper, at all. But like as a character, you grow with some of them. But I've played every character at least once.
Yeah, when Bloodwing dies, Mordecai turns into a drunk.
Yep. It's a shame. It's it's understandable. Dude, like, I didn't become a drug addict or anything, but I've lost a lot of close friends and like, pets. Like, trust me, my most recent pets' deaths, Maverick and Cody, which I had probably a year or so prior, I still cry. Like, if I put on Pikachu's Goodbye, I cry. Because I don't think of Pikachu leaving, like, even though that makes me cry too. I think of my dogs, and it's a song that I play whenever I think of, friends that has passed on. So, like, I'll listen to that, and I get very sad.
When I think of people who have passed on in my life, it's called Fiction. And the opening goes, "Now I think I understand how this world can overcome a man.
Yep.
Like a friend, we saw it through. In the end, I'll give my life for you."
Yeah.
It's my favorite band, Avenged Sevenfold, and it's the last song their drummer wrote before he passed away.
Oh, man, you just got me you got me into thinking about that. Now I gotta re-download some of their shit. I used to not
What?
I'm not actively, like, huge into Avenged Sevenfold, but my buddy Reaper and Zero got me into a lot of music, like Disturbed. Avenged Sevenfold was one of them, but I didn't really listen to them a lot, so I don't really know their music. I just
my favorite albums are Self-Titled and City of Evil.
Yeah, I don't know album names for Disturbed too much, nor them, but I've had some works from Avenged Sevenfold that my buddy Reaper had, like that Irving has.
It's on City of Evil, and then Critical Acclaimed Afterlife, Scream, and Brompton Cocktail are on Self-Titled.
Oh, nice.
The only one I hate is their newest album, The Stage, because I don't like it because it doesn't have the Rev in it, which is their drummer.
I don't know. I've just gotten whatever music they had, and Reaper gave me a lot of whatever music he had from them. I don't even really remember, like, but I gotta, now that talking about them, I want to listen to them again. I can't get back up there from here. I can't get back up here from here.
Talking like the stereotypical rich guy.
Oh, the cocky dude who just thinks everyone else below him is garbage. Yeah, that guy. That kind of guy.
Yeah.
Please, you're just a peasant. Oh my God, Lanny does D&D. He has he has an area where his current characters have got to where it's all just royalty, I guess, because the one dude that runs this facility is a god, an actual god in his universe. So all of his supporters are basically just rich fucks. And there's one dude that literally is, he does an amazing voice for that. It's so fucking good. He's also like a news reporter in that, so he's like bitching at these outsiders coming into this facility and whatnot. So half the time they're trying to talk to him and warn him about the threats that's happening, and all this guy is thinking of is, you're just fucking commoners. He's a rich dude. He's nobility, and he's also the angel race in D&D. So he's not a human. I forgot what the name of the race actually is, but they're like God's children, direct links to God. And the God that they met was I believe the God of creation or something. I know he has the ability to like create or some shit. I don't know if he made all these people, but he's made like elven civilizations. Yes, they're elves. The rich dude was like an elven dude. So, I mean, I don't know if all elves are cocky and greedy and whatnot, but that's what race he is. I don't know. He did an amazing voice for that. For anyone that does like shit like that, it's just like, I've always done cocky rich boy, like, oh, you're just a commoner. whenever you're making.
It sound like when you're saying, "Oh, you're just a commoner," you're sounding like a stoner rich kid.
Yes. Well, that's how I talk about anybody who's just like an asshole because somebody's below them in terms of money matters. It's just like, I'm a cocky little bitch. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I don't know if there was another door here. I thought there was like a door I can open here. Not that one I was just at. I'm very confused. I thought there was more to this stupid section. Maybe not. I know it's just a boss, but I thought there was another spot I could get to. Hi there. Big, weird, fucking Iron Maiden thing with wheels. Yeah. Destroy my enemies. Uh-oh. How the hell? I was on a ladder. He tried to grab me. He missed me. I went to the side of the ladder and somehow dodged his attack entirely. How the hell does that happen? Normally I get knocked off a ladder if I'm hit too much. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo! Almost. Almost. This guy is like 7 feet tall. Holy shit. That thing is big.
That's what she said.
Actually, he's more than 7 feet tall. He's way more than that. My character's probably around like my height. I don't know, I'm not good at telling that, but this thing is like towering over me, so he's probably like 11 feet tall. I just said that, but yeah, no, he's fucking big, because like when I was climbing the ladder, he was above my height and the height of the ladder where I was at. Like I was at his head, and he would still be able to hit me, but he missed me because he was doing a lower attack. But if he tried to hit me, he could have. And his wheels, they're on like arms, so he could extend them up. And he also has, like, a cage that opens. Like I said, he's like an Iron Maiden. Which I'm surprised they don't really dabble a lot with. I think Demon Souls and Dark Souls 2 kind of have... Or Demon Souls, for a fact, has some Iron Maidens that you can open and get trapped in... Or not trapped in, but you can open up and one dude comes out of. I think Dark Souls has some Iron Maiden-esque, like, traps that you can open. I'm not sure if you can get caught in one of them, but... This thing is like the first thing that reminds me of that, except it's not full of spikes. It's a living monster, so it opens up and grabs you. Which is interesting. But it's getting trapped in a cage, that's why I called it that. It's literally a it's literally a animated freaking cage monster thing with wheels. For hands. Divine Bridge, we got that. We got the Minor Urchery Church. We got the Divine Tower of A-Hole. We got... I don't know if I went to that tree or not. We got this bridge. Oh boy, there's a lot here. I'm just gonna go in the Divine Bridge. I don't know where else to go. I think that's the Dark Horseman. I gotta figure out where that is. The only boss that I can recall that just popped out of nowhere. And I think he appears at night, which is interesting. Alrighty. Alright, right. I fought Godskin Apostle, the second one. There was two of them. Foreskin Man. I fought a Foreskin Apostle and beat him. Not the same one, different one. Right, right. I remember commenting yesterday about a giant white dragon. Right. Right. The dragon body thing. Giant dragon body thing. Okay. Well, I can't access this lever. Behold, I failed, so to speak. You don't have the right. I don't have a right to pull a lever. Got it. You don't have the right. Oh, no, you don't have the right. I can't sing for shit. Oh, we got a new whirligig saw? Ooh, that looks like the wheel from that monster I was just talking about. Holy shit, I want that. I'm not sure what weapon type that is, though. So, okay. So yeah, I gotta find out a way to activate this. And then I guess I don't go here yet. Outer wall, phantom tree. There's the finger crone. Finger me crone. Sorry, the NPC's name is Finger Reader Crone. Finger crone. Right, yeah, this is where I fought the Godskin Apostle. He was near the windmill areas. Yeah. I'm pretty much... I am ready to start battling some story bosses here, so there's several areas. I'm at a volcano area. I'm now in this weird town with the... I think that's the actual Erdtree. And I have to go around more of Caelid. But... We got some things. I was able to come here because I went and got the medallions for this. So now we're here because this is the next area I was able to open. This area opening up leads me into all these other areas, including some of the areas that were previously inaccessible. So now I have a massive opening that's gonna get me plenty. But yeah, because then I got this area to go to now. We got the Widom Catacombs. Wait, is that the catacombs that I found that had that one dude in it? The crystal thing? I don't remember. I don't know if I've been there. Did I know there... Man, there's so many caverns. Is there another red little cave that I can... I know I've been in one of them. Just don't know where they all are. Just want to figure out if I've been in some of this. I'm assuming I haven't because I can't get access to that. I don't know how to get in that. Yeah. I don't think. I could be wrong. It might have been the one I'm in. That might have been the Lux Ruins. For some reason, it just doesn't show a warp point there, so that might be what that is. Erdtree Gazing Hill, Wordham Ruins. I thought there was more, though. There's definitely another one. Did I? Oh, yeah, the Cuckoo's Evergale I beat. Alright. Converted Tower. We got Village of Albanorex. We got this section I need to get to. Right, I guess we can. Problem with my memory is I know there's other things in some of these minor caverns that have like a door or a lever to pull to open a door plus a boss. I just can't remember if they all have that or not. I know there was a dungeon that had an area that I couldn't even get at. There's so much. I wish my memory was better. It's getting there. I'm remembering names and bosses now. It's just because remembering their location now is what I need to learn. Here's the thing with names, though. If I work with somebody and never hear their name, there's plenty of people I work with that I don't know their name of. And that's the case here. If I don't see the name, hear the name, do anything with them involving it, I have a hard time remembering it. I have to, like, get used to saying it or hearing it. That's why, like, whenever you say something to me once and you're like, hey, a couple days later, do you remember that, like, when you were asking me to, I still haven't gone onto your page, which I keep forgetting actively. Like, not that I've forgotten, because obviously I haven't. It's just, like, actively, though, if I'm not constantly doing something involving something, I'll forget, which is why I keep forgetting to go onto your page like you asked me to. But even though I know of it, it's just, sometimes I don't think about it. But that's the same with names, or places, or driving to certain locations. I gotta do it enough. I was about to say, why aren't you coming to life, Mr. Skellyman? What am I doing with 85,000 souls? Existing. How much do I need to level? Oh, 15,000. Alright. Yeah, let's get those off me, shall we? I keep forgetting I don't have to warp to a person to go level. Am I... Oh, it's much further out than I expected. Blah. Ah.
Dead Rising 4 is more expensive than Dead Rising 3.
It's newer. Because it's newer. And it's probably about the same size in terms of, like, area design. I can't tell if Dead Rising 4 is bigger or if Dead Rising 3 is bigger.
At $60 to get the deluxe edition, where I get the stupid rank rising.
Well, here's the thing: Dead Rising 3 is way older. Like not like a year or two. Not like a year or two. I mean, like probably about like 4 or 5 years. So there's a vast time difference. That's why. Like if you go look at Dead Rising 1 and 2, and off the record, they're cheap by this point because they're old. Like, that's why. Like, even though Dead Rising 3 and 4 have DLC and all that, and, like, you can get the, like, deluxe, and you get all the Dead Rising 3, like, outfits or whatever they gave you. That's why. It's because Dead Rising 4 not only has shit like that, too, but it's also a newer game. And it's also modern. It's also on modern console. Like, well, PS4, Xbox One. It's not on the current gen, but...
Elden Ring is $59.
Well, that just came out. Elden Ring just came out. But if the base for Elden Ring, if you here's the thing, Mercer, my collector's edition costs $200.
Oh, Jesus.
That comes with the game, an art book, the music CD, well, a digital download for the CD, and a figure. As what and it came with a collector's edition tin case. Yeah, it came with a digital art book, a digital CD, which I got for. So when you open the game on Steam, you have the option to look at like the art or whatever, and then usually the games for Souls, they give you like you know, Dark Souls 2 gave me the figure. It had the collector's edition tin case. It had like a little, it looks like a fancy napkin, but it's the map of the entire game, stuff like that.
Oh, cool. That is completely useless, but cool.
Well, it is useless. It's here's the thing. It's a nice cloth material, so it's definitely hangable. It's not usable as in like, I can use this map. Okay, I'm here.
Like the GTA maps that come in with the GTA games.
Yeah, it's there just to look cool and give you the scope of the island that it's on, or or whatever. So you can't just be like, oh, I'm here, I'm gonna go left, and it's gonna look, yeah. It's for me anyway. I can't just because it's blown out and it's not close enough to where you can make out detail. It's blown out too much. So it's kind of like going to my map in Elden Ring here and blowing it up without all the checkpoints, and it's just the whole map. And maybe you can see some of the landmarks, but you can't be like, oh, I'm here, then I just go left here, because it doesn't really show you like area, like, I don't know, like, you know, different, like, if a certain area kind of has a divot or a mountain or a ravine or water, like, half the time when I'm looking at the map, I can barely, like, you can see the different elevation, but sometimes when I'm trying to get somewhere, I don't realize that there's an elevation, so it's like, oh no, I need to get here, but there's a massive, the cliff just ends and drops. Like, sometimes it doesn't look like that, like, where, like, so that, the map for Dark Souls 2, it just shows, like, the entire thing, so you can't use it actively, no. It's nice and hangable, if you're into that.
Yeah. I have the Grand Theft Auto Vice City map hung up, but it's on the poster side, not the map side.
Okay. Oh, well, it's made,
map.
Yeah, it's made of paper or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not, like, yeah, mine's literal cloth. Like, it's not towel cloth, but it's more like t-shirt material almost. Depends on the t-shirt. Like, the t-shirt I'm wearing, it feels a little softer than that. It's like a soft little napkin, kind of. To me, it feels like a reusable napkin. It looks fancy, it feels nice, it's not paper. It might be made of, like, hemp or something?
Like,
I don't know.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I don't know if it's I don't think it's made of hemp, but it feels like that, kinda. A little soft, but rougher.
Oh, hemp. Like,
yeah, yeah, like hemp. I don't know if it actively is, but it feels like hemp. Yeah, like weed. Because I've felt like hemp shirts and hemp rope before. It's a cloth feel. It literally is just a fancy handkerchief. If you were here, you would understand what I'm trying to say. I'm bad at explaining. Have I seen?
Have you seen? Hold on. Have you seen my Viking drinking horn?
No. Sorry, I was trying to ask what you were saying. You were breaking out. That's why. No, I haven't.
Yeah, I have a Viking drinking horn.
Oh, nice.
That's one of my favorite gifts.
Is that called like the cornucopia or whatever?
No.
Well, I know what you're talking about, but the cornucopia is literally like the same shape, but with like fruit. It's like a basket full of fruit. That's what I thought. Like the actual name of the shape. I thought that's what the name of the shape was.
No, it's just a horn. And the coolest
well, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about because I've seen.
Yeah.
Dark Souls has enemies that has a horn that curves. And they blow in it. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a cup.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. It's literally what it is, though. It's literally just a horn that you drink out of. I've seen it in these kind of games, where they blow into a horn. You know, like a tooth. It looks like a tooth or whatever, but it's a Viking. It's one of those Viking horns. Yeah, I've seen it used in mediums. That I just call it a. That's what I call it, though, because people they use that to drink out of. It's a multi-purpose thing. At this day and age, depending on what you buy, you can either get it as a horn or that.
Yeah.
But they literally they took that and used it as a horn and a cup, so it's multi-purpose. The reason I called it a cornucopia is because that's what it is, or at least that's what it looks like. It's like a weird curved shaped thing with fruit in it. Popularized.
Since right now I'm not legally able to drink without my parental consent.
Technically, wait. You can drink under age of 21 as long as your parents are okay with that? Since when is that a thing?
No. Age of 19.
I was about to say.
18, 19.
I know, but I was saying, like, you can't drink without your parental consent. I'm like, I don't think the law works that way. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
My parents have to give it to me, and I can't.
No, I know. I was just making shitty jokes. Like, I don't think the law works that way.
Yeah, like I can only really use this for its true purpose on holidays.
Yeah, no, like my dad would allow me a little bit of alcohol when I was underage, you know, certain holidays or whatever. Like, you know, like not eggnog, but like he'll give me like a beer or whatever. I remember as a kid he used to use liquor to soothe our mouth pain. Liquor is very good for that. Liquor is very good for that. I mean, liquor is literally just what they use for peroxide. Is alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't go drinking peroxide though.
Well, I'm not. I know that's very different. Okay, just because peroxide contains rubbing alcohol, you don't go drinking rubbing alcohol. No, I know.
There's some like don't
I know.
Don't go drinking.
No, I know. I mean, it's kind of. I know it contains alcohol, but you don't go around drinking rubbing alcohol either.
So does gasoline, but you know.
Yeah, well, you don't drink any of that. I mean, technically, you are. Technically, you shouldn't be drinking alcohol either. It's the same thing. Just it doesn't contain all those extra chemicals. It's still literally poison that you're drinking.
I don't freaking care. It tastes good.
Oh, ew. I'm just saying. You're telling no. I was saying that because you're telling me not to drink peroxide or any of that. Well, it's the same thing with alcohol. You're still drinking poison.
I like beer. Don't like beer.
Ew, I don't like liquor.
I know, but I don't like beer.
Well, beer is not meant
liquor.
to. Well, neither are meant to be drunk the way that you do. They're meant to be sipped upon. Beer specifically is a casual drink. Liquor. Oh, I prefer the taste of beer. Ew, liquor's disgusting.
Dude, I like fruity shit too. You know, I like a little bit of wine coolers. You know.
Well, I mean, look, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in general alcohol. I don't care what flavor it is. It's all alcohol. I don't like alcohol in general. I hate the feeling of being drunk. I hate the feeling of its taste. I'm lightweight, dude. I can't drink liquor or beer without getting fucked up. 3 beers and I'm drunk.
So when you do drink, do you usually just limit yourself to 2?
No, I sip it. Like my Red Bull.
No,
I can drink a bit. I just can't chug it in a short time frame. So if I drink 3 to 4 more beers, I will be not drunk. It was an exaggeration. I'll be buzzed or more than that. But if I start downing 3 or 4 shots of alcohol, then I'm gonna be fucked. No, like it doesn't take much. I remember I went to my cousin's like birthday well, I did go to a wedding. Same person actually, but he had a birthday get together. I think it was because I also did go out to a wedding because I had to go back home to Illinois one time for a wedding. But there was another thing where he had like a massive get together and we went there, me and my ex, and we were talking and I was drinking and she was like, cause I was getting very active in conversation. So she's like, "Calm down, you're drunk." I'm like, I only had like a handful of beers. I'm buzzed. I'm not drunk. I just get into conversations. But no, like alcohol makes me talk.
Please, I can read them.
But we make you talk without the hangover.
Well, yes. Well, anything can make me talk as long as you have a conversation I'm good with, or you get me talking. Alcohol just makes me ramble, especially if it's in a conversation that I can partake in. Yeah. So like I remember talking about like personal shit or not personal shit, like, oh no, I'm depressed, this kind of thing, that, but like, I don't know, like helpful things, like stuff with life or whatever. And my ex was like, "You're drunk." I'm like, I may be buzzed and drunk, but that doesn't mean I don't remember. See, I remember this day. I was drunk, but I wasn't shit-faced, wasted. I remember some of that day. It's just, this was already several years ago, though. That's why I forgot the rest of it, but still, it's just, I remember it. I even remember when I was wasted several times. I remember waking up.
The next morning.
Oh boy, I remember waking up. I remember waking up one day naked in my bathroom. On the floor.
Naked in your bathroom.
On my floor, yeah. Meaning, and then I remember waking up after that on my couch, naked still. Meaning I was moved. So
somebody saw the wiener.
I had 2 people sleeping over.
Oh no!
Somebody moved me, whether it was my mother or them. I don't know. All I know is I go and I wake up and I'm like, why am I naked? I think my friend said something about peeing on me. Apparently, don't know, don't want to know. Something something took my clothes off, and I think I was peed on or something. I don't know, but all I know is my friends told me the next day that I was passed out in the bathroom because I remember waking up on my couch. Like, I said I woke up passed out in the bathroom. I woke up a couple of times. I remember getting off the floor, and then I remember waking up on my couch. I'm not sure if I passed out on the couch or if I was moved, but I do remember being on the bathroom floor, and then I woke up naked. That's the only time that's happened. I've never had any drunk nights that's like, what the fuck did I do? It's more or less like, oh, my head. But that was the first time I'm like, that was an actual party. Like, you don't... It's not a party until you wake up naked or some shit. Because a lot of my drinking with my friends, there was never anything crazy that happened. Like, nothing like you wake up this or someone's arm is cut off or some crazy shit happened or, we drove yesterday and now I crashed my car or some shit. Some crazy shit that you would see out of The Hangover.
Wait, hold up. Does somebody actually lose an arm in The Hangover? I don't really remember.
No. I'm exaggerating. I'm saying, like, a lot of the dumb adventures they have in The Hangover, like, it's not really you're not really having a drinking party unless something stupid happens. And this is an exaggeration. Like, I woke up naked, or, you wake up somewhere else, or someone's missing a limb. It's just an exaggeration. But, like, what I'm trying to say is that it's not really a party unless something massive happens. Like, what happened with me?
Because I know someone died in one of the Hangover movies.
That sucks. I think I remember reading about that.
No, I meant in the movie, like,
yeah.
Like a character.
Oh, character. I thought you meant the actor.
No, the character.
Well, you have to be a bit specific when you say someone died in the movie. Because I thought I remember reading it. Someone actually passed away, but maybe not. I'm gonna run an ad just to break pre-rolls because they keep popping up and annoying me. But yeah, no, I don't know.
I don't get to see the ad because I'm subbed still for some weird fuck.
Yeah, well.
Did we ever figure out how long I am subbed for?
6 months, I thought I read.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Hey, cool. I have like a little tiny version of Zangetsu in my hand. I'm playing Dead Rising 3.
Nice.
I have a kitchen knife, butcher's knife, so I have a tiny little Zangetsu in my hands.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have to scroll down through all of my activity feed to see that, but I believe it was Beagle that gifted it. And I thought it said 6 months. Because I remember you asking me who gifted you.
Yeah, so like I don't remember paying for our subs.
No, that you were gifted it. Because I know Supply is subbed. I see a sub notification for 7 months. That's old though, but he's been subbing on and off. Like half the time Zero's been subbing, which is like several months after. Like he'll be like sub like 1 month here, and then like 20 months later it feels like he'll sub, and then it somehow continues. And I know you can buy a goal of a set amount of subs. So like when I would sub to somebody, I can either buy it for 1 month or I can buy it for like 6. You can buy in bulk, so I don't know if that's what he does. But it's every time he subs, it's like, how are you still growing? Because he's been subbed to me for probably over a few years now. Or something like that. I forgot his exact full amount, but it's never consistent because he doesn't sub every month. I think he buys in bulk.
Okay.
Let's see.
My favorite version of the crossbow is the one where it fires more than one crossbow. Bolt.
Yes. In Dark Souls they call that the Avalon.
This is called the super crossbow.
Because I don't think the Avalon is it's a regular crossbow or a regular bow and arrow. It's not a crossbow, I think. I could be wrong. I don't know if it fires bolts or if it fires arrows, but either way, it fires multiple. And rapidly. It's a rapid-firing gun, or a rapid-fire arrow launcher, basically.
Just the closest thing you can get to a gun in Souls.
Yeah. Bow and arrows, yeah. Because then in Bloodborne they have the Gatling gun, which is
Actual
the
guns.
well, the main weapon I'm getting at is they have a Gatling gun, which is equivalent to the Javelin, which shoots. It goes through your rounds of bullets. It goes through 20 of your bullets or more, but it only uses one at a time. So you'll shoot a variety of amount of bullets out, and it just goes. The Javelin is very similar. It rapid fires. The cannon in Bloodborne takes like 20 bullets to fire once. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, it's rough. My favorite weapon in Bloodborne, gun-wise, is called the Evelyn. It's a normal pistol, but it's the strongest base pistol. It's the strongest like pistol. So like when you take the the hunter pistol, the Evelyn is a much stronger version of that. It's a single shot, which is why like blunderbuss is horrendous. It's a good gun if you're close range, but I'm not into shots, spread shots, and that's what that is. It's a shotgun.
Yeah.
And it's not good because it's spread. That's why. Like shotguns are good at close range. So like, that gun though, even if it was an actual shotgun, it probably would be bad. Like that's why like that's why I love in Dead Rising that you can move with guns. So like I just use shotguns and I just blow up the entire body.
You can't in Dead Rising.
1.
You can't move while aim.
You can in 2 onward.
Yeah.
Dead Rising 1, you cannot. Okay.
I want to know how the hell the chest beam works. Because it's just a fucking satellite dish attached to a microwave.
How anything works. I mean, okay,
Yeah,
well, okay, at
okay,
least Nick is a mechanic, and that kind of makes sense more than Frank.
Well, he's not a fucking scientist.
No, but he knows how machines work to a degree.
Well, yeah.
So he can sit there and combine things, but like I don't know.
Yeah,
half the weapons I don't even understand.
How does he know how to like put that shit together?
Yeah, like he's a mechanic, but I don't think he knows how to freaking take apart machines, every type of machine, and get it working. I know he knows how to fix cars. I don't know if he can just I don't know if he could just fix a washing machine.
Weapon that I think the others would know how to build are the tactical handgun, because that's just a fucking flashlight duct taped to the bottom of the handgun.
I love that
The
duct
flame
tape.
boxing
I
gloves.
literally love that he duct tapes every fucking thing. I love that you nail with baseball bats. You hear the duct tape sound effects. Like, how does that make sense? You're putting nails into the
Defiler
bat.
could be made easily.
Oh, the Defiler is great.
It easily. Well, let's see what else could be made easily. Oh yeah, the fucking spread shot. It's just a fucking lead pipe connected to the front of a fucking assault rifle.
Oh, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense because somehow you end up with more pipes.
Yeah, and then the heavy metal is another one that makes sense.
Another one that
AD makes sense too.
grenade
The
and
slapper.
grenade and a fire extinguisher don't make sense because somehow you pull more fire extinguishers out of your ass and then it becomes a gigantic bomb.
Yeah.
How the hell do you
And
take a
then-
grenade,
How the
attach it
fuck
to
you
a
make
fire extinguisher, and turn that into a bomb? And I mean the grenade itself is no longer the bomb. The fire extinguisher is the bomb. So like, where'd the grenade go? The grenade turns into. It's weird because you're throwing like 4. It's like multiple fire extinguishers strapped together. I don't understand how that works.
The sledge saw, Chuck and Frank should be able to put together, because that one's just the fucking cement saw and.
Well, here's the thing.
That's just on the hand.
Chuck, I don't think Chuck is just a motocross star, and yet he can combine shit at maintenance rooms like nobody's business. So he has some knowledge somehow. I know he's a motocross star,
yeah,
but
he
they don't. He has to know.
That's probably he has a little bit of mechanical knowledge.
Well, here's the thing. My dad knows more about computers and stuff. He can build his own. So Chuck Green probably has some technical knowledge. It's just they don't really state that. Nick Ramos is the first one that has any, like, mechanical knowledge.
Background in building shit.
Yeah, so I think Nick Ramos can just go to a washing machine, take it apart, and rebuild it with new parts.
Yeah,
But
and like,
I don't
that
think he can.
explains why
I don't
he's able
think.
to just pop a squat and build whatever.
Yeah, I don't think he can do that with every machine, but I think due to his technological background and his, schooling and whatnot, he can
Also,
kind of
I
make.
have a weird feeling that he is Carlito's son. secret
Oh,
son.
he looks it, don't he?
Looks like
I've been thinking that on and off for so long.
Like-
Nick Ramos is
Carlito,
from
like, yeah,
Nick
he's from
Nick
Jet
is
Season 2.
he's from Carlito and Isabella's hometown.
So he could
he
be
w-
Carlito's secret son.
Possibly. He's also, I know they're from the same town, but they literally do have very similarities. They have the similar light skin. They look
Similar
alike.
hair.
He has similar hair. He also
Carlito.
happened to be I believe he's the only mentioned orphan that is from not Los Paradisos. That's the name of the town.
City.
Yeah. Isabella's hometown, which I'm blanking on the name of at the moment. Los Paradisos is the
technically-
name of the New York town. Or California town. Sorry. I keep
So-
saying California or New York. It's Cali.
So if Nick is Carlito's son, that makes Isabella his aunt.
Yep. Because him and her are brothers. Brother and sister. Oh my, no, Margit? Margit, you're an enemy now. Hello? Why are you a normal enemy now? I'm stuck in a tree.
Yeah, so maybe, but like here's the thing, didn't Carlito care about his sister very much?
Oh yeah. He cares about his family and everything. He cares about his hometown. His whole revenge at the first game is because of what happened to his hometown. Yes, he deeply cares about his family. The main thing later on in the game, it involves Carlito. Carlito is not the main threat, but he's one of the major factors behind all of what's happening. He's the one that started the whole orphan thing. Yes, this whole thing is about it because he cares. He wants revenge on the government. Which makes sense.
Here's the thing, though. If he cares, and if he knew that Nick was his son, he wouldn't have turned him into a time bomb.
He probably doesn't, though. They might have gotten separated. His wife, here's the thing. If he's his child, here's the plenty of things that could happen. He might have gotten his hometown destroyed when his wife was pregnant, thought she was dead. Maybe this happened. Maybe he knew of his son's existence and got separated from him and his wife, and this whole thing happened, and she died. He did not realize that he's alive, and he died before he ever could meet him. And maybe he thought, and maybe he used him as a time bomb without even realizing it the entirety. Maybe he never even met his son at all. I don't know where he got these children from. I don't know, like, it's kind of just a random plot that's not really mentioned much. And, like, for all I know, these little orphans, all these orphans, they're spread around the entire U.S. Like, I think there's one for each state. I think it was. He had to have somehow had help doing this, because I don't know if they're all from his hometown or if they're all from the U.S. We all know Nick Ramos is from their hometown and then later got moved to California. Was he taken by his mother? Was he taken there by Carlito? Was he taken there on his own when he grew up somewhere? I don't know. We don't know this stuff. That's my theory. If he is a son, Carlito possibly did not know it was his child, and he somehow turned him into I don't really know why he did this, beside the fact that he wants to spread this whole thing. Yeah. Probably not. My thing is
time bomb.
his goal was to spread this around the entire globe because of revenge, and it's a poor revenge, but it makes sense that he wants revenge, but it's a bad way about it.
Yeah. Well,
So my thing is,
technically, the other countries didn't do anything about it. It was just the United States government. So why have it spread around the globe and not just take out the United States?
that's the thing. Yeah, I don't really understand it, and it's kind
He's
of out
mad
of
at
nowhere.
everybody.
Yes, he is. Because he fucking hates Fred. He hated Fred. Well, it seems like he does. He actually doesn't. But he just wants revenge. It's kind of like, in any other medium where a certain global pandemic happens and people turn into just renegades or become psychopaths. They kind of don't give a fuck. I think he's not psycho in terms of, like, some of the psychopaths in the games. Like, he still has his mind, but he's... Yes, he's a boss.
Yeah, he can be reasonable.
Psychopaths are just the name of the bosses, while a handful of them are crazy. Like the one dude from 2 that hides in the stalls. He's straight up psycho. The one dude from the first game, his name is Paul. He's the boss from the first game, Paul, the one that's very similar to the postman. He's very psycho because he's literally in a fucking room in a store with a Molotov, and he's threatening 2 girls, and he's literally just shaking and he's screaming and freaking out. Like, he's off his rocker, but even he can be reasoned with. Carlito at the end, he's not very psycho at all. He was just distraught. Him and his sister had their hometown taken from him, their parents, as well as their friends, possibly his own child. And
Yes.
what else is he going to do? Like, he's going to the US, and then he realizes the US is even worse because, well, for one, it was started in the US, or started from the US, the government. So, yeah, no, like, it makes sense. They're people that are coming into their territory are just saying, basically, fuck you, we want to mass produce cattle, but that's basically all a front. I guarantee you that was probably all just a front. Because the guy that mentions this Dr. Barnaby, the old man from the first game, he mentions this, but he was just one of the scientists. He's not actively part of the government. Like, the government owns him. Like, basically, it's one of the government jobs, but he's not of the military. He's a military scientist, I think. I don't even know if he's just a normal scientist. I don't even know if...
Hemlock in 3 wants to weaponize it.
See, he's a dick. Brock was a dick, too, because Brock, from the first game, the final boss, he is actually... I don't know if he was the main guy behind it, but he was one of the dudes that was behind Santa Cabeza. That's the name of Carlito's hometown. Santa Cabeza's downfall. He was the one that
Which
basically...
is a different country, right?
Yeah, it's basically equivalent to Mexico, I guess. I don't know. Like, they're equivalent to Hispanics, I guess. But, yeah, it's not part of the U.S., yeah.
I want them to make a game where
shows that
you play
the entire backstory of how it leads into the outbreak, the initial outbreak. Because I think Frank West's, I think Dead Rising 1 is I think Dead Rising 1's events is the very first outbreak in the U.S. I think, judging by the way the game's dialogue goes, it literally sounds like it is because by the time you play as Truck Green, it's already started. The mall is already taken over. His wife is gone. His kid was already bit. He lost his career, everything. Like, by the time Frank got in, he did not know what was happening. That's why in the beginning, when everything's opening up and it's like everyone's freaking out, Frank did not realize what all this was. It felt like he had no knowledge of it.
Yeah, he thought it was a riot.
Yep. Yeah, when you're taking pictures in the town? Yeah. He did not know, because So, like, the game's events really make it clear that that was the start of it all. And Carlito, I believe, wasn't... Carlito's...
How did it get in Willamette in the first place?
That's the thing, yeah. How did it spread? The government did it, though. Like, they spread it with the bees. The bees are what spread it. Phenotrans. There's a company that... the pharmaceutical company that basically took Isabella's creation of Zombrex, and then they turned basically a basic drug into the actual injection drug that you see that's Zombrex. Phenotrans is a company that Phenotrans is the name of the company that circulates Zombrex. They're the ones that have all, like, when you actually play the DLC Case Zero, you go to a Phenotrans facility where you encounter Isabella again, but the lady behind that is very similar to the bitch in the wheelchair that Hemlock murders. I believe that is actually her, though. I could be wrong. If you actually... I may have to go watch them simultaneously. Because here's the thing, I don't remember if she dies in Case Zero, but it looks just like her. Ooh, I did not know that. But it looks just like her. If I recall correctly, she's a woman in a chair, and then by the time 3 comes, if it is her, she's all scarred up and shit. Like, I don't know if that's her or not. I don't know if she actively dies in Case Zero. But it looks just like her. It's a woman in a wheelchair. And she's in power. And, like, I don't know, they're the main circulars behind the chipping. Which, at the time of Case Zero, was before all that. Because it was still Zombrex. So and this was, Case Zero happens immediately right after 2, so again, it's before everyone grows up, so that's why in 3, everyone's a bit older. You know, Catherine is 16, and Chuck is 40-something, 50-something, whatever.
And into full-grown men.
Apparently. At least 20-something-year-old, early 20-something-year-old, yeah. And also, Nick Ramos is in, or I don't know if, like, him hitting on her or whatever, like, developing feelings is kind of weird. I mean, I get it happens, but it's still kind of weird. It happens. You can't sit there and be like, oh, you can't sit there and fight that you have feelings for somebody, but it's just kind of odd that Nick Ramos, who's probably a little older than you, hitting on a girl was just, like, what, 7 years old or 9 years old or whatever she is in the game prior?
Yeah. And Chuck was okay with it.
I mean, he fell in love with his ex-girlfriend through the same thing, Stacy. The girl from 2, him and her connect at the end. And...
True. He probably sees a younger version of himself in Nick.
Yeah, it probably does. I mean, as long as here's the thing, Nick's a nice guy, and I think he sees that. While I don't know if they actively connect and hook up, him and Catherine, because I don't really know too much. I don't know if they don't
Well,
really.
she calls him Babe at one
Oh.
point.
Ah, yes. Now that you said that, now I remember hearing that. See, there's lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that you said that, okay. Well, I don't know if they
That's
actively hook
one
up.
of those little details I think is important.
Yeah, no, it is. There's a lot of stuff they don't outright say. There's lore that you could just find online, like stuff like that. So they probably have backstory on them, like what actively happened in between games. Because like